This is the world's littlest skyscraper. It's a whopping 12 meters tall, but I know you guys aren't here for this little guy. You want the world's tallest skyscraper, so I'm gonna give it to you. A building that makes this guy look like a little itty-bitty jelly bean. You already know I'm talking about the Burj Khalifa. At 828 meters tall, it holds the world record for being the tallest building on the entire planet. It takes up over 2 entire default height limits just to build. Now come along with me and let's build this engineering marvel, the Burj Khalifa. And here we go, getting started with this awesome freaking build here. And I should say, the world's tallest building, not only the world record for the world's tallest building this building has, also most floors in a building, highest outdoor observation deck, highest fireworks on a building, largest LED illuminated facade on a building, highest residential apartments on a building. This building has a lot of freaking world records, so I should say as of 2024, this thing has a lot of world records, so this is a pretty freaking crazy build that we are doing today, and you guys probably obviously know that. I mean, this is an impressive feat of engineering. This is an engineering marvel we're building, and we're just getting the blueprint out, as you can see, and I'm sure you can tell where the actual Burj Khalifa is going to go by the shape of the blueprint I'm making, but you can see there's a lot more going on than just the Burj Khalifa itself, because this is obviously a pretty big project, pretty big build, an iconic build, so I didn't want to skimp out and just do the building itself. Plus I had a little bit more time to work with than I usually do, so that's fantastic. When I have a little bit of extra time, I always like to go above and beyond and do as much as I possibly can for a build. So you can see here I'm going to try to get most of the actual whole complex around the Burj Khalifa, as well as just the building itself. So you can see I have those magenta wool blueprints there. Those are 2 separate buildings apart from the Burj Khalifa, and then I'm just putting a bunch of pathways around here, and you can tell there's a bunch of geometry going on here, a lot of shapes. This area that I'm working on right now is like a sort of fountain complex in front of the Burj Khalifa, and there are a bunch of triangles, and it's these big black sort of pools full of water. And you'll see I just leave them black. I don't fill them with water because the water is super shallow, so it just looks black anyway. And if I put water in here in game, it would look blue, which I don't want it to look blue. I want it to look black. So I just left the water empty in there, but we'll just pretend that there is actual water in those little black fountain pool areas. And I'm also raising the elevation here because of course it could not be on the same level. It had to have some elevation in it just to make it a little bit more fun for me, having a good old freaking time with some freaking elevation changes here. But it's fine, it worked out all nice and dandy in the end. You can see I'm coming into this pathway here and adding a little bit of details here, and this pathway is sort of winding along a waterfront. So where the bottom of your screen is right now, that's all water in real life, and I switched to water at the very end of the video, so in the cinematics you'll see that there is a big old fat pool of water, and I'm adding some trees here and making everything look pretty and luxurious, obviously because it's freaking Dubai, so everybody's billionaires. So there we go, adding some tennis courts right there because everybody who's a billionaire obviously plays tennis, apparently, I guess, I don't know, but there's that. And then I'm adding some little more details here, and then this building right here that's going to go up behind it. I didn't do too much research on this building. I did research on the top, which I know the top is a sort of like pool lounge area. I think this might be a hotel, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, this whole area is just a bunch of luxury, a bunch of bushes, a bunch of intricate pathways winding all around each other. You can see it's still going, by the way, the intricate pathing, in case you wanted more of it. So there you go, and a bunch of bushes and a bunch of trees and a bunch of fun little things. And we are about 3.5 minutes into this video, and we are about to put up our first building. So exciting, huh? How about that? That's some crazy stuff. But you know, before we get into the building, I mean, I guess we're getting into the building right now, but I will mention that my Patreon viewers, ooh, exciting Patreon, they actually saw this building quite a while in advance. I post my updates for them. So if you want to get some cool behind the scenes updates and some early showcase footage of my builds that I'm making, go ahead and check out my Patreon. It's fun stuff over there. Also my Discord, I do happen to post some exclusive builds on my Discord sometimes, but yeah, they gotta see this whole build a lot earlier. So if you wanna get some exclusive access, go check that out. Some fun stuff. Also, my world downloads, every single world download I have is on my Patreon. So some fun stuff there. But here we are, finally making the buildings here. So we got that one building off to the left, and now this much taller building over here, which is pretty much the same design, but just a little bit taller, and it's looking pretty nice, I guess. I mean, not much to say about it. It's just a nice little building, nothing too special about it. Get some nice bushes and some pathways down here going up, and you know, you can't complain. Now we're coming up to the front side, I guess, I mean, there's not really any front side, but this is like the valet side. So this roundabout here is sort of a valet area, and the Burj Khalifa has 2 of them, and so this is just one of them. And in the middle of it is, of course, the most freaking intricate bush alignment pattern that I've ever seen in my life. So of course we had to build it here, and I think it did turn out pretty nice in the end. We got some nice designs going on here. I don't even know what this is. I'm assuming it's like an underground parking lot that this sort of little diorite circle here goes into. But yeah, that's pretty nice. It turned out nice in the end. As you can see, a lot of intricacy, a lot of sort of high detail bushery going on here. And you know, I'm not gonna complain about that, because I do like making me some bushes, and I'm more than happy to make some nice little intricate bush patterns here. And you might be able to see there that I actually raised the elevation on this side of the building, which I did not know was a thing, but apparently it is a thing. So I went into World Edit and I raised this bad boy up, and now we are coming on to the back side of this sort of area, or I guess the very, very front side. This sort of super entrance area that leads you into the valet. This big old roundabout. I guess it's a roundabout. I don't know actually if it's a real roundabout, but it's just a circle road area, and it's got some nice little pools and fountains and fun stuff like that. I didn't flesh out the details in this area super lot because I kind of ran out of time. Secret, spoiler alert, I did not have enough time to finish every single itty bitty area, but I finished the big areas, so I'm more than happy with that. That's fine. And then here we are adding a little bit more of a little bush area and some more trees. Fun stuff. You love to see it. You love to see some nice, beautiful tree work. And you can also see that this is symmetrical, so very nice, very nice. I only had to make one half of this. If I wanted to be thorough with it, I would have made these trees and these bushes individually on the other side, but I was running a little close for time, so I just went ahead and world edited it. You can hardly tell they're mirrored, so I'm happy with it. It's fine. And then I also had to redo the roundabout area on the other side because I thought it would be perfectly mirrored, but those are 2 completely different designs, so I had to remake that all on my own. And I'm going to spare you from the trees and the bushery because there's been a lot of that. So you can see right there on the right side of the roundabout there, I added some trees and bushes and fun stuff. There we go, bada bing bada boom. We're starting with the actual building over halfway through the video, so the thing you guys are here for, we are finally getting started with it. The actual Burj Khalifa, bada bing bada boom, adding some freaking height to this world. And I mean, I think this should go without saying, but this is the tallest building that I have ever made in this game. So I mean, it's the tallest building in the world, so I assume you guys knew that already. But anyways, this is in fact the tallest building I've ever made in this game. So here we go. We are adding some little bush areas, some nice little planters, and some entrances to the building on this side before we start going crazy with the freaking height here. We will go crazy with the height, and I should also say that the colors of the building change throughout. It just changes once actually. It's gray right now, but in a few clips it'll cut to, I change it to cyan, so the gray stained glass will turn cyan. And in real life I think it's just gray, but it's sunny a lot in Dubai, and the Burj Khalifa reflects off the sunlight that makes it look a little more blue, so I just changed the stained glass to cyan just to give the effect that it's blue and it's reflecting off the beautiful, beautiful sunlight But here we are adding some details onto each little balcony here and fun stuff, making everything look super pretty. And for the blueprint here that I made in the beginning of the video, I should say, I used blueprints online of the Burj Khalifa and I put it into a pixel art program and I traced it out. So that's how I got the actual blueprint of the building, for anybody curious if you want to do something like this yourself. So that's kind of a strategy that I use. And there you can see I changed the glass, so it's a little blue now. And then I also added these strips of white stained glass panes to give a little more of a windowy effect to the building. But here we are, we're going up, it's gonna get pretty crazy here, and we are just going to stair step our way up this building. That's kind of the way it goes up, and then a little bit of it kind of goes inward, and then it goes up some more, and then a little bit goes inward, and it kind of follows that pattern around in a circle all the way up until we get to the very tippity top, and there's no more room to go in, and that is where the top of the building is. So you can see we're just going up super fast. I mean, there's not much else I could say other than we're just going up. We're getting really tall. We're getting super tall. I felt like when I was building it, I felt like I was almost at the top, and then I would look at my reference and I'd be like halfway to the top. So this is a really freaking tall building. For anybody who doesn't know, I mean, you can see, look at it, just pans down and you can just see how far up we are. So this is a really tall building, believe it or not. But here we go, we're almost to the tippity top of this freaking building. This was an awesome build to make. It goes without saying, this was a really fun build to make. I've gotten so many suggestions for it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this build. You can kind of see the details are kind of falling apart at the very top because it just got super hard to keep the nice, good-looking flow. But I tried my best at the top there. But here we are with the nice cinematics of this awesome build. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it. Enjoy these freaking cinematics. Have a great day. Let me know what videos you want me to make in the future in the comments below, obviously, as always. And have a good day, guys. Stay tuned to the next video. And until then, goodbye! And let me give a big thank you to all my awesome patrons. Thank you so much for supporting me. You guys are the best. And a big thank you to my $10 supporters, Gopnik Ataru, Bowie, Walker Army, and King Salmon. Have a great day, guys. Goodbye.